A person spends their entire life believing that wealth is hidden in the outer world, in jobs, in luck, in circumstances, but according to Shinn Divine Teachings, wealth never comes from the outside. Rather, it is created from the inner energy that is continuously being formed through thoughts, feelings, belief, and words. And this is exactly the point where most people work hard all their lives yet gain nothing, because their hard work is on the outside while their inner energy is operating from a state of lack, fear, doubt, pressure, and compulsion. And when the inner state is in the vibration of scarcity, then no matter how much effort one makes, wealth comes for a moment and disappears the next. The salary arrives and ends immediately, and a person keeps wondering, I'm doing everything right, then why does wealth not reach me? But the truth is that wealth never goes to a person who carries the frequency of lack within themselves. Wealth always circulates around the person whose inner vibration is of abundance, whose thoughts are in expansiveness, whose heart is open, who carries the light of gratitude, and who is constantly improving their reality through their words. Because according to Shinn, words create. Words are both prayer and command. And when a person repeatedly says, my income is low, money doesn't stay, I am unlucky, then the universe takes these words as commands and brings more lack, more blockages, more financial pressure into their life. Because the universe doesn't listen, it follows vibrations. And what a person says consciously is never as powerful as what they feel inside. If there is fear inside, then even the words, I am wealthy, have no effect. If there's doubt inside, then affirmation doesn't open the door. And if there's lack inside, then even if wealth comes, it cannot stay because everything stays with a person according to its vibration. This is the basic principle of the law of vibration. Everything, whether it is money, health, relationships, or success, operates at a specific energy level. And since money carries a fast vibration, it always flows towards the one who has flow, ease, trust, and openness inside, while for the one who carries grip, fear, complaint, and doubt, wealth cannot stay there, exactly like fast-flowing water that never stops at a place that does not pull it.
This is why Shinn repeatedly says that a person does not earn money, a person creates money from within. And once created, it begins to flow towards them through different channels, sometimes from a job, sometimes business, sometimes clients, sometimes opportunities, sometimes in the form of unexpected blessings. But the real door always opens inside, not outside. Wealth appears when a person starts living from completeness instead of lack, when they stop fearing giving because there is no lack in giving. In fact, giving creates the very vibration from which wealth is formed. Because through giving, a person sends a message to the subconscious that I have plenty. And this is the very message that signals the universe to open more flow, give more ease, send more abundance. But the person who, trapped in fear, hesitates to give, trembles while spending, captures their salary in savings out of fear, is actually sending the subconscious the frequency of I have little. And then the universe shapes every path in their life in such a way that only lack appears. Because a person does not get what they want. A person gets what they feel with belief inside. If fear is inside, life shows fear. If gratitude is inside, life creates reasons for gratitude. If belief is inside, wealth appears in its forms. And if inside there is heaviness, doubt, hopelessness, or pressure, then life closes, opportunities stop, the flow of sustenance dries up, and a person thinks their luck is bad, whereas the truth is that their energy is blocked, the flow is stuck, and the vibration is frozen at the level of scarcity.
According to Shinn Divine Teachings, the feeling of lack is the greatest blockage because the frequency of lack is very heavy, and around something heavy, something light, like abundance, can never gather. This is why the very first inner shift is to eliminate the frequency of lack, and this happens when a person reprograms their mind with a new belief that money comes from within me. I am its source. I am not the path. I am the origin. And when this understanding settles inside, a person's relationship with wealth changes. They no longer try to hold money tightly. Instead, they see it in free flow, like air, like light, like breath. The more they give, the more they receive. And this is the secret understood by the world's 1%. That is why they never have trouble retaining money. They always have new opportunities, new doors, new flows forming around them because they produce money and production never ends. They raise their vibration so high that wealth becomes a natural state instead of a stressful one. They don't chase money, nor do they look for wealth. Rather, wealth chases them because they have become the vibration.
This is the one step that changes life, shifting the inner frequency from scarcity to abundance. This shift happens when a person reminds their mind every morning that the universe is limitless, sustenance is infinite, the wealth that comes to me does not steal anyone else's share, and the universe is constantly working in my favor. When a person wakes up and begins the day with gratitude, and at night, before sleeping, lies down and releases their energy, removes negativity from the mind, and sends this message to the subconscious, I am safe. I live from abundance, not limitation. Then all night, they heal their vibration and wake up with a completely new energy. An energy that attracts wealth, opens paths, creates flow in the inner and outer worlds, and delivers wealth to a person just like water finds its own level. This is the inner transformation that opens the doors of external wealth. A person first changes inside, then life changes outside. First the door of consciousness opens, then the doors of sustenance. First belief is formed, then wealth appears. And this is the divine process, understanding which not only changes a person's financial reality, but transforms their entire life into light, ease, and flow. And this is the true purpose of Shinn Divine Teachings, to remind a person of their inner power so that they may enter the limitless world of sustenance, not by struggling against the universe, but by flowing with it, with ease, with grace, with belief.